What do you see down there below you?
It's a sea shanty. Wooden boats in the port.
Okay, wonderful. What is the weather today?
Sunny.
Tell me about the boat. Are you in the boat, on the boat?
I'm standing now on a dock. That is a landing for a boat.
Okay. So is there a lot of people?
Yes, it's busy. It's a port. Lots of trade going on. And
how do you feel in this moment?
There's different types of people that you have to keep an eye on because of the nature of the time.
How the people are dressed?
They have cloth, but they're dressed, they're cloth. And there's sea people.
Sea people.
So they have. Well, it's sunny, so there's not too many clothes. They have
Loincloth?
yes, cloth, yes, some sort of woven with a belt.
And what they are doing?
Some tops that are short sleeve. They're loading boats.
And what are you doing?
I'm standing there watching them.
So now let's focus on the observer. Look at your feet and tell me, what do you see?
My feet have got no shoes on.
Look up. What do you have on your legs?
Shorts.
What color?
They're beigey white.
Are these legs male legs or female legs?
Male.
So let's look up on your torso. What are you wearing on your torso?
I have a belt that goes over me. Seems to have attachments on it to hook things on, but I don't have no top on.
What is the color of your body or your skin?
White.
White. So, do you have any jewelry on you? Any rings or pendants?
No, I'm pretty plain.
So let's look up at your face. Imagine that you have a spiritual mirror before you. Tell me about your face. Do you have a beard?
No.
What is the color of your eyes?
Turquoise blue.
What is the color of your hair?
Blonde brown.
Do you have long hair or short hair?
Short.
And how old are you?
40s.
40s. So tell me, is it your job to watch these people today? This is what you do?
I don't know what I'm doing there. I am watching and I'm looking.
It will come to you. Just take a long and deep breath and just allow the memories to come.
I'm looking to employ people.
You are looking to employ people?
And I'm watching for their skills.
Okay. So tell me, where you are trying to employ them?
I want them working for me on my boat.
Mm-hmm. Are you captain of the boat?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about your boat. What do you do with your boat? Where do you
Trade.
trade? Mm-hmm. Very good. So let's see what happens next. Just tell me what is happening next after you are watching these people. If you are employing anybody.
Other people there want to employ other people too.
Mm-hmm.
There's generally nice people, but there are groups that competition.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that it's difficult to employ good people?
Difficult to know who to trust.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Some people don't like me being there.
Mm-hmm. Who are these people who don't like you being there?
Business competition.
Business competition. Mm-hmm. And where do you sail usually on your boat? To what port?
Not been to this side of the land before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm new here.
Okay. And where are you coming from? Where is your home port? Home base? Tell us your first impressions.
Other country.
On the country.
Other country.
Other country.
Other
Yes.
land.
Other land. What is your land called? Tell us your first impressions.
Hawesha.
Very good. Could you repeat?
Hawesha.
Paweshar. Wonderful. Okay, so let's see what happens next on this day in this port. Let's condense time until something happens. Something happens on this day. And tell me what is happening. Move forward in time on this day until something happens. Be there now when something's happening. Tell me what is it.
I've gathered up a lot of resources in my life, and others want to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like my boat. The boat is capable. It's a capable boat.
Yes.
They want it.
Do you feel it's dangerous for you in this place?
I'm negotiating, and other people want me gone from there.
Mm-hmm.
They've got secrets.
They have secrets?
Mm.
You know what secrets they have?
Illicit material.
Illicit material. Mm-hmm. Are you dealing with illicit material yourself?
No. But I don't know what the resources do once they leave me, and if I trade with certain people, I'm done there. But what they do after that, I don't know, because
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know.
Okay. So you don't. Yes.
It's a peaceful land generally. It's
Yes.
clean. There's no pollution.
Mm-hmm.
Some people smile, but there is a known group that's around that are trouble,
Yes.
and I rival them, you see, for some reason.
And what usually you
Hops, fruits,
Mm-hmm.
technology of the times.
Mm-hmm. What is the technology of the times? Describe to me latest technology you carry.
Wood ceiling, wood, wood construction,
Mm-hmm.
sails, navigation, people that have the knowledge of the navigation. I get a feeling that I'm starting off new in this land, or have been, and so it's very much everyday things.
Yes.
And the technology is clay pots and cooking utensils and things that are everyday use. There's active community along the shore.
Yes.
Some are tribal. Some seem to have knowledge. They're fair-haired. There's other people that are reddish in colour.
Yes.
And I think that there's the different groups, and it's new.
How do you feel about this people?
There's a nervousness because I'm aware that others are aware that I'm there, and they might not want me to be there.
Okay. So did you find any workers today?
No, I wasn't happy with anyone that approached me.
Okay.
There's some people that tried to approach me for me to take on some of their family members, but I don't like them. They
Why didn't you hire them? What was the reason that you didn't?
just a feeling of incompatibility. They won't. I can sense that they have their own agenda, and they're not trustable. But for some reason, I am there.
Yes. Okay, so do you feel that there is anything important on this day that we should explore, or we can go to another important day in this life?
I'm very quite a positive character, and I'm not willing to mess about with those who I feel are not trustable. And it's a night time.
Okay.
And I'm being asked to leave.
How they ask you to leave? Tell me the situation. Who are?
There's an air of suspicion as to who I am and what I'm doing there. I challenge them just with my presence. I think my people, my land, are more advanced, but somewhat. It's not a known world. It's like a world where I've come from. We don't know the other people.
Yes.
So we have to be a diplomat.
Yes.
And try to understand the people just by interacting on just an everyday level. So it's not really gone that well, and they want me to leave.
Okay. How did it happen that they ask you to leave? Somebody's coming to you, talking with you? See it.
Yeah, some characters say we think you should leave because they don't like you being here. And I know that there would be trouble.
And do you understand their language, or do you have some translator?
No, I understand their language. I understand. Yeah, they can understand me. I understand them.
Okay, wonderful. So what do you decide after they ask you to leave?
I've been asked. I seem to be my own commander, but I am there to expand, and I'm torn between leaving, but then we'll be leaving empty-handed, or at least leaving without having made contacts. So I'm on my boat and I'm considering. It's disappointing.
Yes.
I feel disappointment and suspicion, and I have to be careful.
How many do you have on your boat in your crew currently?
I've got 2 or 3 with me. We come as a small clan so that we don't intimidate.
Yes.
But I'm physically quite big.
In comparison to your crew members?
Yes. And also quite clean and quite well, healthy.
Yes.
Whereas some people on the port maybe have it a bit harder.
So who in this crew do you have like your right hand man? Somebody who is your after, like in hierarchy of the crew is after you. Your first officer?
I don't have a direct first officer. I'm in command of the boat.
Yes.
And I selected a small crew for their capabilities.
Do you have any? Yes.
I tell them that because they're unique in their capabilities, there is no rank.
Do you feel that you have some kind of advice, or you ask them for advice, or never?
Yes, sometimes, but I tend to. Yes, I take on what they say, or I may ask them, but I always make the decisions.
So let's see what happened next in this decision. If you are asking them, or you are making your decision yourself to stay or go.
I want to leave, and so do they, but I don't want to leave either, nor do they. There's a apprehension that we're going to get into something that we might regret. But we're there to expand, and just because.
Okay.
There's a woman.
Tell me about this woman. Describe to me.
She's 5'2" to me.
Yeah.
To me. She's there, but I don't know how tall I am.
She's
there to me.
Okay, wonderful. Tell me her hair, color, what feeling you have to her.
She's got blonde hair.
What feeling you have to her?
She's my special confidant.
In your crew?
Yes.
Do you have romantic relationship with her?
No. It's more. I'm trying to look at her face.
Yes, look. Take a long and deep breath, and when you exhale...
I'm hesitating.
When you exhale, you will perfectly remember this face and this person and can describe it.
She looks like Annie.
Mm-hmm. So you feel the energy of Annie?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But we're innocent. My people are quite innocent. And
in what way? What way innocent?
We haven't crime or drug
Yes.
or alcohol. We don't do that.
Yes.
And but for some reason we don't quite know where we come from.
Mm-hmm.
So the relationship is like confidant, sacred,
yes.
romantic, but
like platonic.
Very close.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, platonic, but I get the feeling quite young.
Yes.
So it's early days. But I've got this boat, I don't know how.
So take a long and deep breath and just explain to me this word expansion you are talking about.
We're seeking relationships, trade, information, knowledge, friendship, and to discover the rest of the planet. We are explorers of our people, but the people back home seem to be bored. There's beautiful, there's lush green grass, sand, and clear ocean, natural beings, and there's fruit trees, and not much else.
Yes.
So they want me to. I want to go out and find more.
So tell me if you are, how you call this woman? By what name you are calling her? This blonde woman. Trust your feelings.
Echaya.
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 Echaya. So now, talk with her and listen to your name. How she is calling you. By what name?
Block. Hang on. I can't get it.
Take a long and deep breath, and when you exhale, you will perfectly remember your name in this lifetime. Trust your first impression and allow the sound to come. Sound of your name.
She's saying Runid to me. Runid.
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 Wonderful. You are doing great. So Runid, tell me if you are talking with her about your decision to stay in this fort or not.
On the planet, there is not the type of darkness that is old. There is new. There is energy or people with the energy that is not widely spread, but who have negativity. The rest of the planet seems clean and innocent.
Okay.
So I'm intrigued, and I don't quite understand. I know that they have a risk, that they have violence, or they have something like that, but it's not a dark evil. It's more of a They don't like what they want what we have.
They want what you have?
Yes, they want our things. They're not evil, but they're willing to possibly commit crime.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and I, as a person, haven't really come across them before, or people like them, so I'm a bit naive.
Mm-hmm.
This naivety is keeping my boat there.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, are your faces, face of the Echeia and your face, are you Homo sapiens face, or is it a little
Yes,
different? Yes?
I've got massive feet, much more muscular feet.
Mm-hmm.
They're slightly hairy, like just hair where we have them,
Mm-hmm.
but just more of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone is very hairy.
So what is the difference between your species and the species of Earth?
We're human,
Mm-hmm.
but we're just bigger,
Mm-hmm.
stocky, the same.
Okay.
The land, walking on the land, strong feet.
Yes. You are very connected with your
Yes,
planet.
I get a feeling that we've lost our knowledge somehow.
Mm-hmm.
We've lost our wisdom somehow, and
Mm-hmm.
I get a sense that we're quite young and naive,
Okay.
but wise as well, like wise with the land,
Yes.
but needing to expand and want to but don't want to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's see what happened next. So let's move forward in time until you will make a decision to stay or go back.
It's night time. We've pulled away from the port.
Yes.
We're looking at it from afar, and it's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And my crew can sense that we are being followed,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't have nothing on board of any value, just
Mm-hmm.
food and basics.
Tell me everything what is happening.
The other group, they do have swords.
They enter on your ship? The group.
No, they're trying to figure out how to. I'm looking.
Mm-hmm.
I have shamanic ability.
Mm-hmm. What is your shamanic ability?
I can ask other beings to relate to me location, motivation, guidance for direction,
Mm-hmm.
today or tomorrow, this moment or next,
Mm-hmm.
left or right. I can, and it comes through the other beings. It's a feeling.
Yes.
But my crew, I don't. They have skills, but they don't know how they got them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's night time, and I'm looking back to the shore, keeping my eye on boats approaching.
Yes.
There's a rock outcrop over here,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to go near it, so I'm directing the boat to go backwards, but facing front ways, going backwards, so that we're watching.
Yes.
I feel like we've encroached on a community where there's something happening that the others don't want us to know about. You see,
Mm-hmm.
and but we also are intrigued to find out what it is, and it's some sort of moving of people,
Mm-hmm. Like slaves?
young people.
Mm-hmm.
But also just maybe stealing resources.
Yes.
They're a bully group, so.
Mm-hmm. So tell me what is happening
I'm
next.
standing at the front of my ship,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm getting the feeling that we are indebted now because we can't leave because they will follow us.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a boat, and they're quite far away, but they're gesturing to us.
Mm-hmm.
Go or stay.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel from this boat? Can they hurt you?
I'm not physically scared of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they know that. But I'm concerned because I don't want to get involved in something that I don't want to get involved in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they do, and I need to find out. We're going to return in the morning.
Okay. Okay, so let's now condense time, move forward in time until the morning, and tell me what is happening.
The fire pits have been left, and they're smoky.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one around on the shore.
Yes. What do you see on...
There's a feeling that something is encroaching into this environment that isn't pleasant.
Mm-hmm. Ask your resources, ask your friends. Using shamanic ability, connect with them and ask them, what is it?
There's a corruption coming from outside of the planet,
Mm-hmm.
influencing this group.
Ask for more information. Is it conscious or unconscious?
It's conscious, and it wants what others have.
Mm-hmm.
It wants to it has illicit trade it wants to set up there. And people working for that side are naive. They're naive, but they're bored.
Mm-hmm. So ask your friends using your shamanic abilities. Ask your friends to show you the image of these people out of the planet, how they look like.
They're reptilian.
Mm-hmm. Which color reptilian?
They're grey.
Gray. Mm-hmm. Yes.
They want in.
Mm-hmm.
They want to control, but their planet is very clean,
Mm-hmm.
and they have just a few they've been able to find to work for them.
Mm-hmm.
So they are trying to play it nice.
Yes.
But I can sense, and my crew, that they've corrupted the individuals that they've got to work for them, and that I know that they will be entrained
Mm-hmm.
to use those swords, which are rusty and terribly made.
Mm-hmm.
So they're prospectors.
Mm-hmm.
They're prospectors, and they're looking for things that they trade in. People, young people, possible things of value.
Yes.
Stones, crystals, resources.
So now, with this information, what are your options?
It's too late now because we've already made. We can't leave now because they now know who we are.
Mm-hmm. So they can follow you to your land?
Yes, and I worry about that. So I don't want to go home.
Okay.
Because I will be leading them back home.
Mm-hmm. How many days you need to sail to your home from this place?
2 days.
So it's not so far.
It's not far, but the boat is fast.
Mm-hmm. But the reptilians are from the other planet. They have advanced technology. So for them it's nothing. Mm-hmm.
But the planet is not welcoming of them. So they're using the people already on the planet who are welcomed.
Yes.
And there's an air of, oh dear, in some of the people. But they seem to be naive, like they don't know what evil is.
Yes.
And so they don't know what to say. They don't have the judgment. See, they don't have the ability to say too much because they don't have the past experience.
They don't know the darkness.
No. And so they are
like children.
They don't care. They don't seem to see a threat in it.
Okay.
They don't see a threat in it because they're naive.
Okay. So tell me what now, with this new information coming to you, what are you deciding to do?
I'm talking to my crew about rounding up these sword carriers. I don't like them. And I think they should be. I think that it's from what I'm seeing is they are going to be trouble, and that we should have a bigger presence in this community, my people, in order to because this is going to come to our land after.
Yes.
So I decide for some reason I get to decide how things happen. I don't know if I've been given this or if it's just mine of the taking because of who I am. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm the other beings are telling me as well that there's trouble coming. You see, so I'm now aware of that. And I think our presence there is going to be world changing. Meaning we're going to upset, we're going to get indebted. There has to be some communication, so my people are going to be influenced and changed forever.
Yes.
And so is the peoples of that land, because what we bring will influence them and so forth. But this group, there's only a few of them. There's very few of them, but there'll be more. And they're jealous. They have a jealousy in them, and that jealousy is going to bring them to my land.
Yes.
And I don't think I'm going to let them come to my land.
So what do you decide to do to not let them come to your land?
I'm sending a warning back to my people that there's trouble, and they don't like it. They knew there could be potentially trouble, and they were trying to avoid it. And so there's annoyance, but it's more it's not fear where they're suddenly afraid of losing what they've got. It's more about how they're going to be changed.
Yes.
And they don't want to change. They like who they are, but they realise that they're not going anywhere, just living the way they are. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to make friends with those who you might not really call friends.
Like a political friends.
More like I have to make a show and meet them for what they bring. So if they want to trade, I'll give them something, but I want something in return, and I'll meet them at each level.
Okay.
Hoping that I can come to understand them more.
Okay. Okay, so let's close this scene. Just move away from this scene. Close it like a book. Drift away. Move away from it. Now I will count from 3 to 1. And on the count of 1, you will go forward in time to another important day in the same lifetime as Runit. 1, 2, and 3. Be there now.
I've got hundreds of boats.
Wonderful.
There's an incursion on this nice land.
On your land?
No. In this new place.
New place? What do you call this new place?
We don't have a name for it because we've never known it. All my crew shake their heads. This new land.
Okay, new land. So what is this incursion? Hundreds of ships.
I've got hundreds of ships.
Okay.
They're under my command.
Yes.
I'm there as a presence to protect this land because there is innocent people that live in the mountains.
Yes.
And they're going to be rounded up. You see, they're going to be rounded up and taken to be a workforce.
For reptilians?
They're best to be the politician and not going in with such disdain or like kidding. They were going in trying to pretend to be the diplomat politician.
Yes.
But obviously they know that I see through that. And it's slavery. It's slavery because it's easy to take innocent people and to get them to do whatever they want.
Yes.
I don't like it. And I've got boats out at in the ocean, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be difficult to remove this group.
Yes.
If you like, because we have better technology. We have better skills. We're healthier. We have things that we can carry water, so we can go on land for a long time. We have ways of knowing how to move through the environment without any sorts of binoculars or anything, because the trees will tell us where to go. But these people are encamped, and we outnumber them a lot, but we don't know what's beyond, or we don't know. We can sense those there, but we don't know what's further behind them, or what could come from off planet.
So tell me what's happened next. What do you decide to do? What's your plan of action?
I've parked the boats in strategic areas around the ports, and I've opened up trade with everybody for food and some things that we can collect from the bottom of the ocean, like blue stones that seem to be some sort of welcomed material that people want them, because they don't. Yes, we've took them from out quite far out. They can't get them.
Yes. Tell me about these blue stones.
They're hive. They're a type of living being.
Are they big? What the shape of the stones?
They're perfectly smooth, and they're this big.
Okay.
And they're just there in the ocean. It's something that is attractive, and we could use as a way to set up trade.
Okay, wonderful.
Relationship building. Here's a shiny, nice thing, but the people seem to want them. And it's a way of just maintaining our presence. We need a reason for being there. So if we're not trading, we've got nothing to do.
Yes.
But this trade is, there's not that many people around. There's something's happened. We need the mountains where the people are at now. They're being taken. Slavery.
Yes. Off planet?
Some.
Okay, so let's condense time until you move. Do something more. Move forward in time until you decide to move forward in your strategy. What is happening?
My people are not happy.
Why they are not happy?
They're not happy that I went to that land and discovered this, because they're gonna. Now there's trouble for everybody.
Yes. Do you have some
I think we're in trouble.
Do you have some superiors in your land above you who can tell you, don't do it?
I do, but I do have, but I am. It was my task.
What is
out.
Yes.
So I had to do it my way.
Okay.
They wouldn't have done it their way because they're not there.
Okay. You have given the freedom to do whatever is needed to do.
Yeah.
So tell me.
I didn't need to ask. I just said.
Okay. So tell me what is now the situation and what you are deciding to do as a leader of this fleet.
I'm sensing that the planet itself, the beings on the planet. I think we're going to go in and kill all of the people that are working against the good of the people.
Okay. So you will kill people who work with reptilians?
We don't want to, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But the other people are just primitive,
Mm-hmm.
easy-going people. They don't have lusts of things.
Mm-hmm.
Just simple living. But at the same time, I sense that evolution has to happen.
Yes.
And the influence from the other side, I'm torn, because one part of me says the universe is playing out, but my land is over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing that we've murdered everybody. Like we've taken out this group.
Yes.
It wasn't. This is what my people was worried about, because we were quite innocent.
Yes.
And we don't like violence.
Mm-hmm.
But I realised that no one else was going to do it. It had to be my call.
Yes.
And I'm protecting my family.
Mm-hmm.
But there's scattered people now in the mountains who were originally on the port.
Mm-hmm.
And it's night time. It's night time on the beach.
Yes.
The thing is, we've got ourselves into trouble now, because we don't know what to do with all of these people that we've had to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to give them a sacred burial. So I'm going to need to. I'm rounding them up.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be cleaned, because I personally don't like the mess.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to. Yes, they're going on the boat.
You are taking them away somewhere?
Yes, their dead bodies are going on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be taken somewhere away. But I now need to find out. Yeah, okay. I need to find out, because now we're worried about the trouble, you see,
Mm-hmm.
of the off-roaders. And we need to find out more about these people that were corrupted.
Yes.
There needs to be some excursion to find them and to warn them, if it's still time, that
Yes.
the people that is employing them is will get worse and worse and worse, because they're not the worst, most evil group.
Mm-hmm.
They prefer to do it a little bit cleaner than some of the other groups out there.
Yes.
Okay, in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the worst ones, but they have their employers, and they will have to do what they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just know this in the moment. Like, I'm standing there. I had the full information.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go and find these people.
Okay. So let's move forward. Condense your time. Move forward until you find these people. And
We
tell
found
me.
them, and it was trouble. You've moved me forward quite a bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite.
How old are you now?
7 or 8 years had passed.
Mm-hmm.
We've been changed.
Yes.
We're powerful.
Yes.
And I, within myself, will protect the innocent of that land
Mm-hmm.
with any method that's required.
Yes.
I love the innocent beings, but I will if I need to go and take these or fight against this group, I will. So I've become a bit of a warrior.
Yes. From explorer to warrior.
Yes, and that is something that was known could be a possibility. This is why there, at the start, looking back, there was some reservation because it was felt.
And how do you feel about this change from explorer to warrior?
Necessary.
Yes, for the greatest good.
Yes, the evolution of this planet. If it wasn't me, it was someone else.
How do you call your planet?
Senya.
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 Sun home.
Yes.
Sun home.
Sun home.
It means sun home.
Okay.
Senya.
Well, wonderful. Okay, so now let's close the scene, close the situation, move away from it, drift away from it, leave it behind. Now I will count from 3 to 1 and we will go to another important day in the same lifetime of us or need. 3, 2, moving to a significant important day in the future. And 1, be there now. What is happening?
Reptilian man is talking to me face to face.
Okay, tell me, what are you talking about?
We're about to, I don't want him there. I've got the capability of removing him.
Yes.
And I'm warning him, and he's warning me. So I'm not going to have it. I find it disgust that he's even standing there on that planet, on our planet, or on that land. I don't see that land as being my land. It's the other people's land.
Yes.
But it's on my planet.
Yes.
I've grown a bit, and in order, they say I'm scuttling their plans, and I've interfered, and they're angry.
Yes.
And I'll say, I don't care. I've turned into quite the commander.
Yes.
I know of my physical strengths and abilities, and so I don't have much fear. I have more of annoyance.
Yes. And how he is threatening you? Listen how he threatens you.
We will bring war to you. You interfered.
And what do you decide to do with him?
I just see me cut his head off.
Okay.
All I could see was loads of red energy.
Yes.
Red light, and then you cut out. I'm not sure what I'm doing now.
Okay, take a long and deep breath, and when you exhale, you will come back.
Saying I had to do it.
Okay.
We have to represent the strengths that we have, and we know that. Well, we were quite innocent, but at this point in time, we've learnt some of the business dealings that this group have.
So what
of people,
and what they do with these people?
I don't know.
They take them off planet, some of them.
They just want to conquer.
Yes, conquer.
And they take some to find out and learn more about it. If they find a new people, they will take them back to find out what they're made of.
So does this reptilian has big presence on your planet now? Do they have some base or something? Or was only one now?
No, there's about 100.
But
they all stood behind this commander.
Yes.
Who was trying to negotiate with me, but was basically a politician that was saying, we're going to have this land, you might as well let us. I wasn't going to let him.
Okay, so let's see what you do next after you kill this commander. How you will deal with this 100?
Some of my crew disagree with me.
Is Echea still there with you?
Yeah. But she's my people don't want this. But they know that trouble is coming.
Yes.
So they know they must be involved. I didn't have no other option. I had to slay him because I just know that we must stand.
Okay, so let's close the situation, drift away from the situation, close like a book and leave behind. And now I will count again from 3 to 1, and we'll go to our last day of this lifetime as Runit. On the count of 1, 3, moving forward in time to the last day of Runit, 2, and 1, be there now. What is happening? Where are you?
I'm on my boat.
How do you feel?
I'm not that old.
Okay.
I've still got years left.
Do you feel that your body is strong?
I think something's going to happen that day or soon.
Okay.
And we are...
Where are you sailing on your boat? What is your destination?
We never went home.
Never went home?
No. The message was sent back home through communicators. Meaning not verbally.
Yes.
Not with technology, but
telepathically.
Yes. But it's different to that. It's different. There's a receiver person on the other end.
Yes.
Connected. Yeah, they can talk, but not everyone.
Yes.
We're stowed around the island, some way around the other side of the island.
Yes.
And
how many days it is today after you slain this commander of reptilians? How much time passed?
A couple of months.
Couple of months, okay. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens next.
They're looking for us.
Who?
Bad group. The politician reptilians use middlemen.
Yes.
They're clever, you see. They don't come after us themselves. The planet is, at this point, or at that point, the point I'm in is high vibration.
Yes.
But it's suffered now because of what's happened.
So condense time until something happened on this day. How this group is finding you and what is happening.
fucking bastard on my boat is a backstabber.
Mm-hmm.
He's given away our location.
Yes.
I don't know what happened. Somebody on my boat. Somebody on my boat negotiating or doing something without my knowledge.
Mm-hmm. And what is happening? They found you?
They know where we are.
Mm-hmm. Do they attack you?
They haven't found us yet.
Mm-hmm.
An attack is coming.
Okay.
They have to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am the leader.
Yes.
They're gone.
Mm-hmm.
They go on the boat and I stay. Yeah, they kill me.
Who killed you?
Red skin, black hair, green eyes.
Okay. And how was it surprise for you?
No.
No.
And somebody that was on my boat give away our location.
Okay.
I don't know. Hang on. Naive fool.
Mm-hmm.
Naivety can get you into trouble.
Yes.
You give information when you think the information is not going to be used by someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Trade, see?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else going on but trade. So anything is trade.
Yes.
Information.
So now focus now on your last breath. How did you die?
Cold.
Where?
There. Feel terribly bad.
Okay.
About that.
So now transition. Take a last breath. Take a last breath in this lifetime and transition to the other state where you are out of the body. And tell me
I was belaying the inevitable. It was
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I was a centimetre away from the body, that was the information I got.
Mm-hmm.
It was inevitable.
Yes.
And I was just belaying the inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
That's this change would come.
Mm-hmm. So now find yourself, allow yourself to be on the other side when you left the body and you are in this free state, and tell me everything what you are experiencing. What is happening to you?
I'm being shown that I did what was asked of me.
Mm-hmm.
But this grievance,
Mm-hmm.
this with these people from outside,
Yes.
that it was meant to be.
Mm-hmm. What was the purpose of this life for you as a soul? What was the lessons?
To initiate this inevitable change.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a people, you don't want to change whatever you are, even if you need to change.
Yes.
There's a resistance.
What are your feelings about this life? Do you feel that you fulfilled your purpose?
I did what I did, and it seems as though I, as part as anybody else on the planet, is fulfilling a destiny.
Yes.
And these people were also living and fulfilling their destinies. And if it wasn't me, someone else would have tried.
Okay. So now having
no one else.
So now having this understanding, let's see what happens with you next after you move away from this situation, from this body. Tell me everything what is happening to you on your journey next.
I'm encapsulated in light.
What is the color of the light?
Purple. I've got disagreement with. I'm still attached to the memory of the life.
Okay.
I don't like the people who's come to take it over.
Yes.
I've got a deep annoyance.
Is there anybody who can help you with this annoyance? Maybe spirit guide coming to greet you.
There's a spirit guide there who's very tall, like about 10 miles tall.
10 miles?
Yeah, it's just like an angel being.
Okay.
Like an archway.
Okay.
It's got like an archway, but it's a being. I get the sense that it's very massive and I'm tiny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is this?
I need to go for resolvement. I need to go to a place where it's going to be resolved so that I can. I'm going to have to do the. I'm going to have to. I can't. I haven't just detached. I'm emotionally invested in the planet.
Yes.
And its future. And I feel like I could have just done it more diplomatically. But I'm not going to find excuses.
So this information you are getting from this being?
I don't like the fact that certain planets are allowed to be taken over and for its people to be trafficked. I don't like it.
Express it. Express it to this being.
I'm disagreeing with the being. I'm saying to the being, I don't care. I don't like it. So I've got.
What is the solution for this disagreement?
More lives where I am in similar roles where I create success for others and myself.
Will be the same planet or different planet?
Different planets. But very much connected to the sea.
Yes. So ask the being, what is your relation to me? Who this being is for you?
Who are you?
This very large being you are talking with?
It's a universal angelic being.
Okay, universal angelic being.
Somebody is a being that is capable of being on a. They're capable of talking at the level of the person that's just passed over.
Okay.
Okay, and understanding the ins and outs of the feelings and emotions, but they're also capable of anything.
Okay.
They're not just a spirit friend or anything. They're like an authority, if you like.
Okay. So ask this being if it has a name which goes by. You can refer to it.
No, no name.
Mm-hmm. How can you connect with it in the life of Ricky for guidance?
Just by thinking or feeling of the being.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a day-to-day guide.
Mm-hmm.
See, because I've got issues with what bigger, higher up beings had planned for that planet, and my lessons involved become too emotionally attached.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my business to determine the outcome of the planet or its people
Yes.
beyond whatever my role was there as a person.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel that needs resolving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just in violet light.
So what will be exactly the how the resolvement will look like for this soul of which had the lifetime of Runit and now is Ricky? What this soul must do?
To accept that the darkness and the light play out their roles,
Yes.
and in some ways you cannot resist change that comes from either side,
Mm-hmm.
and that I would have to experience some of this darkness to understand that within it is still a heart.
Is this something that Ricky experienced in his life?
Yes.
Karen? He
Yes.
experienced darkness. Is it now the time for Ricky to experience light?
Always is. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So what would you give as advice for Ricky now in this time? What would you advise to him?
He needs much more loving experiences, more freedoms.
Mm-hmm.
To fully find happiness.
Mm-hmm.
The potential of darkness motivates towards happiness. The want of the soul, the person, to find the light and happiness always.
Yes.
Always to be aware that darkness lurks.
Mm-hmm.
To turn and keep going forward.
So we want for Ricky to move forward, but he has this strong pain of the back, prolapsed disc. Could you please help Ricky to remove this pain if it's appropriate, so he can move forward into the light and help others?
He has a big heart and he's only ever wanted to help others. But he's found himself carrying experiences, and that energy is collected in the back.
Mm-hmm. Does he need this energy in this back now, in this lifetime and this time?
No, but he needs his family around him.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise he will feel without, and he will dwell. And on dwelling, he will be looking backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So he strives forwards. The energy will dissipate, but the condition may be there for some time or all time.
But I know that the beings of light can do miracles. Do you feel that if we could heal right now this condition and free him from this pain, will it be better for him to move forward and go into the light?
Yes.
Could you please start? Could you please start the operation of healing of this back pain so he can be completely free during this session? Or it must be done in longer time?
The body is set up with frailties, consequences are that some parts of the body cannot be repaired or cannot be repaired as well as other parts. This reminds the soul to not make the same mistakes.
Okay.
It will be healed over time.
Okay.
And the life will be guided so the healing occurs at the right moments, in the right ways. But there will be a healing now.
Okay. So could you please start the operation and tell me when you are done?
It will happen over the rest of the day.
Okay, wonderful. Does Ricky must do something to support this healing?
Just know that it will be healed enough so that life continues.
So he will not be impeded in his growth.
Other elements need to be incorporated within the consciousness, and he still has some capability of forgetting himself. And as a reminder to be more delicate,
Yes.
there will be some feeling of vulnerability there that will be there all the time.
Okay.
But he will be able to do what he wants to do.
Okay. So could you please, you mentioned family, that he needs to be around family. Could you please tell him a little bit about this? How he can create family for himself?
He's doing it now by maintaining his relationships to his best ability. And his little family with Annie and Star.
Yes.
And also with keeping communication with his siblings and parents, and wishing for better relationships with the rest of them, which isn't important at the moment.
So could you please tell him what he is supposed to be focusing on according about the relationships? Annie and the Star mainly?
Maintaining the physical life to a good quality requires resources.
Yes.
He's focused on resources. And because of the nature of the work, he has to.
Proszę wróć z powrotem. Okay, we are back. So close your eyes, take a long and deep breath. And when you exhale, you are even deeper and back in communication with this entity of huge proportions. Take a long and deep breath and allow again to this entity to speak. Do we have communication again with you about Ricky?
Yes.
I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. Sometimes we are breaking off.
Interference.
Yes, interference. Okay, so we are very grateful for your help and your information. Is it appropriate for me to ask you more questions from Ricky?
Ask away, my friend.
Okay, thank you very much. So he's asking you, what is the main purpose of his life right now?
There's several.
Please tell.
To find heart in all things.
Yes.
Having experienced lack of light. This was one.
But it's finished?
Many times was he tested.
Yes.
And each time he found the heart. Now, he'll move forward.
Yes. What is it that he will be doing moving forward?
He's a traveler.
Traveler.
He must move about.
Yes.
Because other work carrying the energy around. Benefits others.
Yes.
He will be going abroad. He will be driving. And he will be enjoying being part of a small team.
Okay.
And he will get to see some of the places he wishes to see.
Yes.
And he will gather his resources. And he will protect and love his family. And he will make the right decisions.
Yes.
And what's more is to just be there for the others.
Yes. Could you please tell him how he is spreading this beneficial energy for others?
Consciousness applied to unconsciousness.
But does he...
Accepting.
Yes.
Accepting things that are ugly and saying, not ugly.
So, to benefit others on this planet right now, does he has to do anything more than only be?
Look and give love to the things that he sees. Concrete, ill people, spaces. Thread them, connect them.
Yes.
And because he gets joy from going around.
Yes.
What does he give? Gives joy.
Mm-hmm.
That is needed.
Yes.
So he's supported to go around.
Mm-hmm. How big is his spirit team, which supports him right now in this incarnation?
Massive.
Mm-hmm. Thousands? Hundreds?
Thousands.
Thousands. Mm-hmm. How he can ask for help from them?
He already knows that they're there.
Mm-hmm.
He ignores them purposely.
Okay.
Because too busy.
Mm-hmm.
Difficult to be in one world and then be in the other.
Yes.
In order to stay focused, they peel away a bit. Because if he starts daydreaming, starts channeling, talking to his guides, he's not focusing on where he's heading.
Mm-hmm.
Loses context.
Yes.
But he needs it. And we have to allow space. Because very busy mind otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Must rest.
Okay, so instead of connecting with thousands, is it appropriate for him to just focus on one?
Yes, he has shark.
Shark. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So this is the main guide he should connect with?
At the moment.
At the moment. Mm-hmm. It will change. Wonderful. Okay, so could you please tell him if he has any skills or talents that he didn't activate or realized yet?
He already knows what they are, he just doesn't accept them.
Please tell him so it is recorded.
You can feel what plant is happy or not.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel the wisdom of the natural beings.
Yes.
You can feel the direction to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Sensing. But he resists other skills that he knows he has.
Mm-hmm.
He will soften out. And accept these more so.
Yes.
The influence of the other lives is still quite strong.
Mm-hmm. Does he need this influence of other lives now?
He doesn't want to let go of some aspects of the personality that has enabled him to survive. So over time, they will soften.
Mm-hmm. How can we help him to let go?
He needs to travel.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to move. He needs to move around. And he needs to make right decisions that have good outcomes. So that his soul is balanced.
Mm-hmm. So with traveling, he is shedding away all these influences from other lives?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Do you think that his current job is suitable for his purpose of life, or he should look for the jobs which allow him to travel more longer distances?
He likes being alone when he's traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want to travel with groups.
Yes.
And his job affords him the ability to be his own captain.
Mm-hmm.
He likes adventure, but he does wish that his close ones could go with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't want responsibility.
Yes.
Beyond what is necessary, because the joy of the traveling is the point.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be an expansion of his role. He will be managing other drivers.
Okay.
There will be some expansion, and within his role and his team, he will still want to be a driver.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to be in the office.
Yes.
If he's in an office space or inside, he will revert and look backwards,
Mm-hmm.
because he will see it as a trap.
Yes.
Other responsibilities that he likes, then he will like to do.
Mm-hmm.
There may be some trip planning, and he will enjoy doing that.
Yes.
Planning routes, managing things to do with driving.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, when he opens up to his other skills, he may find his role shift,
Mm-hmm.
and he will travel to a different place and set up a life there.
Mm-hmm.
And he will work closely with his natural beings,
Yes.
nature beings, and his role will be caretaker.
Okay. What is the time frame that you see this shift or change in his lifetime? To caretaker.
When the little one has grown up.
Mm-hmm. Well, when the little one will be adult?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wonderful. Now, is it appropriate for you to tell him this best place to live, or leave it as a surprise?
He wishes the other one to make the choice so that he knows that the other one is most happy.
Mm-hmm.
He will go wherever she wants to go.
Okay.
And he's compatible with most places.
Okay. So, if Annie is following her higher self, it will be for the greatest good of them all, both, and for the collective. Is that right?
Yes, a deep peace.
Yes.
A deep blessing, a deep peace, a deep comfort of home is what is needed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He's asking you, how many lives have I had on Earth?
$76.
76. Mm-hmm. And he's asking you, what is his home planet? Is it Senya?
No.
Mm-hmm. Could you tell him what is his home planet?
The home planet at the moment is Earth, and that is where he is focused.
Yes.
The planet doesn't have a name.
Okay.
The planet is far away.
Could you just show him just quick slideshow of this planet so he can remember? And tell him a little bit about it. What body he had or what characteristic this planet had.
If he opens up to this home planet,
Mm-hmm.
it will influence him.
So it's better not to open it.
I am limiting his awareness and knowledge of this.
So during his time on Earth, it's better not to remember this planet. Is that right?
For his personality, it is a benevolent planet.
Mm-hmm.
The planet is filled with explorers.
Yes.
They go out. They seek, they find, they discover, they grow.
Mm-hmm.
They were asked. The home planet is popular.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not too different to the concepts which you know life to be on other planets.
Yes.
There's nature. It is more soft.
Mm-hmm.
There is no discomfort.
Yes.
But it has a lot of young souls
Uh-huh.
who are seeded to become more.
Mm-hmm.
So they do. And get involved. They have a relationship with known groups in this galaxy.
Mm-hmm. So his specialization as a soul is being an explorer. Is that right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Does he also gather information?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's a wisdom builder. And the wisdom must be found through experience.
Mm-hmm. Does he send this information somewhere?
The information will be given as a gift to the others, because not many of the others can experience such darkness,
Yes.
or also have the capability and the capacity to see the heart in all beings.
Mm-hmm.
This is important
Yes.
because it allows galactic healing.
Mm-hmm.
Many planets do this. Many beings.
Mm-hmm.
The Pleiadians are friends.
Yes.
So the likeness is similar.
Mm-hmm. So we are working together to heal the galaxy.
All beings incarnated on the earth were asked to be here
Mm-hmm.
for that purpose.
Yes.
Some must create conditions for others to use their skills and have the motivation to learn this wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
It's the responsibility of the soul in becoming more.
Mm-hmm. So that's why he has his surname Heart, to see the heart in everything.
It was a must to remind him on a deep level,
Yes.
that he has and is heart.
Okay, wonderful. So, could you please tell him why you arranged this session for him today?
To keep focus. So much experience, a personality can put up with, experience so much.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes need a break. But in order to keep focus during the break time,
Mm-hmm.
it was seen that what was valuable before
Mm-hmm.
is now not as valuable.
Yes.
Needed new experience to renew the focus.
So, will this session renew his focus on the spirituality?
It will provide much hope
Yes.
for the healing of the back,
Mm-hmm.
and share in the experience with Annie.
Okay.
There had to be something that connected them, like before, their books, music, experiences, in order to keep on the same focus.
Mm-hmm. So, what would you advise for Ricky to keep this focus of spirituality with Annie going after the session? How they should together, develop themselves together.
It was more of shared experience rather than the actual context of the experience.
Mm-hmm.
It was more to be doing similar things.
Even of no spiritual nature, but like going some for the trip or going to the nature, something like that.
Ricky has his focus and his skills and wisdom and knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
which is there whether or not others are there or not. And his focus are in those areas, and they complement those around him who are close.
Mm-hmm.
And when shared, they complement each other.
Okay, wonderful. So, could you please also do a body scan, physical body scan of Ricky, and apart from this back pain, do you see everything working well? Or something needs little help.
There's several areas of the body
Yes.
that has suffered from the physical abuse of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Some things will just stay as they are and not get worse.
Okay.
He is recovering from his lung operation.
Mm-hmm.
He is not destined to have trouble there.
Okay. Can we help today during the session? Can I ask you to put little more energy so his recovery will be more rapid?
Yes.
So could you please start doing the operation and tell me when it's done?
Kidneys.
Mm-hmm. Could you please help with kidneys today?
Yes.
And also please tell me when you finish helping with kidneys.
He has particular beliefs about his conditions
Mm-hmm.
or knowings of his conditions, that because he knows something about them, he's not so easily fooled into thinking they can be easily healed.
Tell him about these beliefs which are limiting the healing, how he can change it.
He has damage in his body from the past.
Yes.
It is there. Yes. Healing has already been performed. If not, his conditions would have been far worse.
Mm-hmm.
His aches and pains. He needs to take care of his body.
Could you please tell him how exactly he can tell? He can.
He
What?
already is.
Mm-hmm.
He already is taking care of his body.
Okay. So there is.
Some of the conditions
Yes.
are from wear and tear of the physical body
Mm-hmm.
that is not allowed to just be magically healed,
Yes.
because that is not the purpose
Mm-hmm.
or how it works for everybody else.
Yes.
The conditions can be soothed and balanced
Mm-hmm.
and not allowed to become any worse.
Yes.
The consequences of the actions of the past cannot just be removed,
Mm-hmm.
because the soul would be given the wrong example.
Yes.
This is Ruki's awareness. And so the healing happens slowly, and this is why Annie is a perfect healer.
Yes.
Because over time, every day, every year, each of those times healing is performed, change in the consciousness can occur comfortably.
Yes. It's wonderful information to know. And is it appropriate if you could um, make some soothing for the troubled parts of his body?
When he gathers his resources,
Mm-hmm.
this will set the proved example to him that life has improved.
Yes.
Therefore, his conditions will improve because they are connected to his consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
they will improve.
So he needs to practice patience, and also
He needs the physical evidence of the improvement of life, and that effect have the desired effect.
Mhm.
On healing and recovering aspects of his physical body, mind, together.
So what would you advise to him after the session? What he needs to change to bring about this healing and
The love from his family
yes.
and the success in his work
Mhm.
is very important.
Yes.
Because wishing or thinking or hoping for, you remain in that position.
Mhm.
For him, been in that position too many times. So he needs successes around him. This is how it works.
Yes. Okay, so could you also do the scan of his energy bodies? Is there any
Damaged.
damaged? Is it also something that he needs to bring about himself, or we can need help today?
He's done lots of work there,
Mm-hmm.
and his energy body, with evidence of the improved life, will improve itself.
Okay.
The work he's doing is done good, but some of these things, the soul, the personality, needs physical evidence of in order for it to affect the change.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these energy fields are, of course, going to receive healing today.
Yes.
And certain memories are still yet to be fully accepted.
Mm-hmm.
And until then, work will need to be done.
Okay. Can you tell him which memories he needs to accept? So he has it on his recording.
All of the negative things he's ever witnessed or
Mm-hmm.
felt, there's been many.
Okay, so is there any particular way that he can let go or accept these memories?
He will need deeper insight.
Mm-hmm.
If he is to feel more positive about those experiences as being required or needed.
Mm-hmm.
If he continues to see no purpose in some of those experiences, they will have no way of being resolved.
Yes.
And this is a case for most people.
Mm-hmm.
Some experiences, unfortunately, wasn't planned by a person.
Yes.
That is the nature of the universe. Unfortunately, some of these experiences people experience cannot be easily resolved, and they go on for lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
much work will be done there
Mm-hmm.
in this life. But joy and comfort and surety in your life will lead to greater acceptance of any experiences, planned or unplanned.
Mm-hmm.
So, as with anybody, focus on joy and love in their life, and naturally those energies will resolve.
Okay. They will be transformed?
Yes, because he will have his proof that life has indeed rehearted itself, and so therefore those experiences or memories or feelings left over will just naturally dissipate,
Okay.
because he will be looking forward, not backward.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful teaching, wonderful knowledge. Okay. So, do you feel that we are complete for today for Ricky?
There's always more wisdom that can come, that
Mm-hmm.
is spoken. It is your choice.
Okay. Do you feel that it's appropriate to do it today, or we can do another session like this in the future? Because it's a lot.
Will, my friend.
Because I feel that it's a lot to process for Ricky or to digest for this session. What do you feel?
He has deep wisdom, and it must be asked. I have offered some beyond which you asked,
Mm-hmm.
but I cannot offer more than that, because that would be my will.
Mm-hmm. Also, we have today the interference that sometimes you disappear when you are speaking very important things. So I was thinking that maybe we could do another session where there will be no interference and there will be no disruption to the wisdom. So if we would do another session, what would be the best time frame you feel for Ricky to repeat it?
He has things that he's trying to achieve in this year,
Mm-hmm.
and some of his time coming up is going to be needed to be on other things.
Yes.
And so nearer the end of the year,
Mm-hmm.
the start of next year.
Okay. So December or January?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And interference will always be there.
Mm-hmm. Always like this because.
Technology is gaining its own will, but until it gains a benevolent will, it is always susceptible to the influence of others, because it has no will,
Mm-hmm.
and many components and many unconscious beings that make up the components are easily confused,
Mm-hmm.
easily.
Okay. So. Well, is there any other message that you would like to give Ricky? Which I didn't ask or Ricky didn't ask, but he needs to hear right now?
He is loved,
Mm-hmm.
and he will come to fully trust this love.
Could you please give him this feeling of love, that how he is loved, so he can remember it right now?
It's maybe possible later.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so if we are complete, then about his lifestyle. Is there anything that he can improve in his lifestyle that he will help him in his purpose?
He's already doing that. He's finding his happiness. He's already well on his way.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so I am very grateful for you and your healing and your wonderful information.